my daddy likes robots.
Hello everyone, this is Cybertronianbeast, and let's talk Transformers. Today we're taking a look at FansProject's Function X-3 Smart Robin. For all intents and purposes, this is Brainstorm, but yeah, this thing is really cool. I want to get the packaging out of the way right off the bat. It's a uniform packaging from FansProject for their Function line. And yeah, it's really classy, I think. Really indicative of like what the line's about. Really cool. Not too much to it. It's got this really cool sleeve. If you remember, I did the review for the X-2 quadruple U. But yeah, so you open it up here like that, and there he is. There's Smart Robin in there. So we'll get him out and take a look at him a little bit closer. Okay, so here is Smart Robin out of the box, and he looks really good, like really good. I want to first bring in a comparison shot with X-2 quadruple U. I've got him in a bit of a cool pose here to show off some of his articulation, but yeah, they're pretty cool, these guys. The articulation on these figures is amazing, and I'm thoroughly impressed with them so far. Smart Robin has two weapons, very similar to his G1 counterpart, and they just fit into his hands like so. And it'll give him two dual wielding blasters like that. They're pretty cool. If you do not want him to have dual wielding blasters, you can stick them into his backpack here, which is essentially where they go in alt mode, and he can store them there, and then they kind of look like wings, just like that. Looks pretty good. I want to get a really close-up shot of his face. This is the G1 face, essentially. So there it is there. And if you have been reading the IDW comics recently, you will know that Brainstorm has a faceplate, and this figure does not. So yeah. Yeah, there's no way getting around it. The Smart Robin is a homage to the original G1 figure, and there is no faceplate for him. I mean, obviously you could probably make one using, putty or something like that, but you'd essentially wreck the underface. So anyway, moving on. The articulation for Smart Robin is really good. Let's start with the legs. He does have an ankle tilt, kind of. So he's got the front and back, which is due to transformation, but he also has this tiny little ball joint on the, I'm going to call it the toe here. So that gives him the ankle tilt, kind of. Knee, he's got much more than 90 degree tilt on the knee there. He does have a high thigh swivel. His hips, he's got a ball joint, so you're getting all kinds of motion there. He can kick out about that far due to the kibble here in the hip. But yeah, he has a waist that can go full 360. In his shoulders, if we get rid of the weapon here, which you would, the shoulders since they're a ball, we'll go 360. You do have a little bit of motion out this way. This part of the shoulder is movable, so you can move it around. It's supposed to be like that, but if you wanted more motion, you could obviously bring it forward and get him to, you know, do something like that. I don't know. It's definitely very customizable for the shoulder here. He does have a bicep swivel, which will go 360. He does have a elbow. It looks like it would be a ratchet, but it's not. So it's not exactly the strongest, but it's still pretty tight joint, so you should be okay. And his wrists do not move. As far as his head goes, as his head fell off here, you can see in here that you do have a swivel. So let's put him back in here, and there's the swivel. Now, it's not really a tilt, but you can get a little bit of tilt just by moving the head around. It's weird because, yeah, the X2 Quadruple U had the tilt, but this Smart Robin doesn't have the tilt. So it's interesting that one has it and one doesn't. But, yeah. Anyway, that's the articulation. As you can see, the front of him is the window of the alt mode. And that still opens up, but there's no cavity inside, so you can't really put anything in there. Yeah. Now, while we're still in robot mode here, I want to show you the Headmaster. So this is very similar to the Headmaster of Quadruple U. So you just basically, he's in a crouching mode here, or crouch. So you see it there. And to transform him, essentially you just pull his legs out straight and you're done. There's no articulation in the arms other than like a 360 in the shoulder, and the legs will bend at the knee and at the waist, or at the hip. But you do get the I don't know what you would call it, the brow or the forehead motion, whatever. It's kind of neat. But yeah, very, very cool looking, low articulation. But my same complaint for these guys, or for this one that I had for the Quadruple U Headmaster, is that I really wish that these arms pegged in to the sides. Because as you can see there, that's the way it's supposed to look. But just a quick little push and it's out of place. So if there was at least a pressure, peg or something like that, something that would keep it in the position it's supposed to be in, and you could move it out of the way. But yeah, I don't know. It still looks pretty good. Would be better with a faceplate, but what are you gonna do? So it just pops in there, and it's just in there on pressure. It's not really pegged in there at all. But yeah, really cool. All right, now getting into the transformation for Smart Robin here. First off, you don't need the head, so let's get rid of that. What we're going to do first is we're actually going to pull the chest plate down, and we're going to bring the arms out as far as we can. So, yeah, really far. Then what we're going to want to do is this middle piece here, we're going to want to pull it out. So you're going to want to grab a hold of it there. Yeah, and just kind of pull it out. It actually is pegged into the back of the figure, so you can actually disengage it from that. And then it should pull right out, just like that. Perfect. You can then spin this and clamp it down there. You can connect the front of the alt mode, just like that, really simple. And we're going to leave the arms until midway through the transformation, so just kind of face them down like that. We're going to deal with the legs. The legs take a little bit of transforming here. What we're going to do is we're going to spin them like this, and we are going to pull these wings out from the sides like so. We're going to bring the wing around like that, and then we're going to pull that foot in to the side, which means we're going to have to spin it around like that. So spin, pull out that wing from the other side, flip out that wing, spin it in, and then connect the foot in there. Then spin it around the other side. What we're going to want to do is flip the waist at 180. And now that we've got it like this, okay, you see these, these pegs here that are like a rhombus shape or whatever. Well, these are going to peg in way up here. So what you got to do is you've got to actually spin the whole hip section and then spin it on the thigh swivel to actually get it to come up to that section. So then you got it sitting there, and that's how you want it. So we don't want it to connect right yet because we've got another peg that goes up into the arm, but you're going to want to ready that area. So let's do it again on the other side. Just like that. So now those are ready to go. Let's do the arms now. All right, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to actually flip this area up. Yeah, actually we're going to spin the arms around all the way because we want them actually facing up like that. Then we're going to want to flip this, like what was the shoulder, we're going to want to face it forward like that. Perfect, just like that. We then have these arm wings to pull out like that. Let's do that on the same on the other side here. So we're going to flip this up like that, then pull out the arm wing. So now we're sitting like that. We need to spin the arm like so. Same on the other side. Okay, and now for everything to come together. It's a moment of truth. Let's peg in the leg. Let's bring everything in. Why is that sitting like that? Okay, so here's that, pegging in there and into the arm. And same on the other side. And there's the arm. Okay, come on. Perfect. Now you've got an area here with two pegs on it, right there. You've got to actually open up these like holes here, and you're going to want to put these things over top of those pegs. There's 1 and 2 right here. Second one's always a little bit harder. Doesn't matter what side, it's just harder to do the second one. There we go. So that's in. And now that we've got that, you can actually just drop the fist right into that hole. Like so. Boom. Same on the other side. Just like that. And there you have it. This is Smart Robin. It's got some landing gear on the bottom here. Flip it out. And there's one at the front. There you go. You can take your headmaster, who I believe is Arcana, and put him into a seating position. Open up the compartment. Slide him in there. And close it up. And just like that, your headmaster or your Smart Robin is now piloted. There you go. It's really good. I like it a lot. It's a really good, really well articulated figure. The detail on it is amazing. There's even, if you look closely here on the tops of the wings, they've even got some sections, some red sections cordoned off for perhaps some Autobot repro labels. So you never know. Maybe some stickers in the future for this guy. But yeah, I think this thing is gorgeous. I want to thank my buddy Matt for loaning me his Smart Robin for review. I may want to keep him, Matt. I don't know whether I'm going to give him back to you. So yeah, he's pretty awesome. I look forward to the rest of the Function X line. I know they've got their version of Mind Wipe coming out right now, and it looks amazing. Yeah, they're doing really well. This FansProject group. They're whatever they touch right now turns to gold. So it's really exciting time. Anyway, if you have any questions regarding Smart Robin or Brainstorm, let me know. I'll leave a question or comment in the YouTube thread, and I'll do my best to get back to you. You can follow me on Twitter, and we can talk Transformers there. I always love talking Transformers with people on Twitter. You can follow at Cybertronianbeast. And yeah, that's me on Twitter. If you want to check out my Facebook page, please do. Just search Cybertronianbeast on Facebook, click like, and then everything I post to Facebook will come to you in your newsfeed. It's kind of cool. And then, yeah, check out the podcast I'm on. If you're into listening to podcasts about Transformers and want to hear all the latest news, me and 3 other awesome Transformers fans got together and we have done a Transformers podcast. It's called Transmissions. You can find it at www.transmissionspodcast.com. You can also find it on iTunes. You can also find it on TuneIn Radio or Stitcher. And if you don't have any of those things, we also supply a RSS feed. So yeah, we are everywhere. So if you're looking for us, you should be able to find us. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.